Alright, what's up guys? Here's another tutorial. What we're going to be doing today is we're actually going to be framing up a little shed with concrete. So I'm going to show you a little bit of some framing and just a good little way to know how to build and use this program a little bit more with some tools. So we can get a wide variety of tools here. So first what we're going to do is we're going to make the size of the shed that we want. So if you think about 4x8 sheets of, say we'll go over 4 foot by 8 foot. So then we can just do our shift, stay on the green axis, click here. So boom, now we have our face that we can push out, and we're going to use our push pull tool to do a 1/2 inch. Another 1/4 inch. That's a D 3/4 of an inch. Sorry. So we'll do 3/4 of an inch for an exterior plywood. So we're going to right click, make component, and we'll just name that plywood. So then we can go to our little bucket, go to wood at the very bottom, wood plywood, and now it looks like some actual real wood. So once we've done that, we have our plywood made. So we can just go ahead and set that off to the side. We don't really need that right now. That was just the first thing we wanted to make because we were doing the 4x8s. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where we're going to make this simple. We're going to make a concrete slab that we're going to make 8 foot. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do 12 foot by 8 foot. So now we have a concrete slab that was 12 foot by 8 foot. A concrete slab usually is 4 inches thick. So now we can just name this component slab. So now we have a concrete slab that is, hopefully, if our math is right, line one of these up. Whoops. Another one of these and another one. It should be perfect. Boom. Okay, so now, with that being said, we're going to do our framing. So we're going to use just 2x4s because it's a shed. Doesn't need anything crazy. So we're going to click on the corner here, and a 2x4 is actually 3.5 inches by 1.5 inches. Then we're going to use our shift, up, down. Then we're just going to draw straight to the line over here, snap to that, triple click, make it a component. We'll do 2x4. And then we're just going to paint that. And if you want, we can do, you don't have to. I'm going to do colors, do kind of a lighter gray. Paint that gray. Okay. So now we can go ahead and move on with the next one. So what I like to do when I do my framing is, so the way I copied that obviously is I hit control. I'm just trying to keep up with you, or trying to have you keep up with me. So I like to have it to where, what we do now is if we copy a piece like this, if you try to make this length as long as this, see that other one over there? It'll make that one longer too, because we copied from this. Now there's a copy of this board here, so we need to right click, make unique. So come out here. And the way that I like to do this is I try to make my frames and squares have every single one push out. So then this one butts up, pushes all the way out. So then the next one we'll have come over here and make unique, edit. And that one will also push out. So then, if that's what we're doing, we're going to edit this, and this one's going to be 3.5 inches. So now we can use hopefully the same side board here. It'll say perfect. There we go. So now we have our outside frame, and we're going to make our shed 8 feet tall. So the way I like to do this is I'll just get this little measuring tape, and I'll click right on the base of our concrete slab, and I'll go up on the blue axis and just type in 8 foot. So boom, you got 8 foot right there. So now what we can do is make our top plate. We're going to do a double top plate. So we're going to click On all, we're going to hold Control and click on all of these. You could hold Shift 2. If you see Shift puts in a plus and minus sign on your cursor, Control puts a plus, so you can only add with Control. You can add and delete with Shift. So whatever you want to do. But click all these, and then what you want to do is click on the top board, and then just copy these and run it up to that point. Then you want to recopy again since it's a double top plate and go down one. So now, in theory, we know exactly how tall our studs are going to be, and it doesn't even matter. We don't even have to measure them. That's the cool thing about having this when it comes to real life stuff, because we can be building this, and then if I want to build it in real life, say you want to make a project where you're like, hey, I actually want to do this, so let me come up with a concept. Then when you're done with this and you know this is 8 foot tall, then when you come to measure it, you can say, okay, well, I know that I have to have a 7 foot, 7.5 inch 2x4 with a double top plate. As simple as that. So with that being said, we have our top plate. We're just going to go ahead and make all of our outside plates, our butt plates, whatever you want to call them. And then we're going to rotate these. Put them here. That one's going to come back farther, huh? Okay, one more. So now we have all of our outside plates. We don't have any of the framing technically done because you do have to do the 16-inch or 16 on center framing. So what we're going to do is determine where we're going to have our door. If this is going to be a shed, okay, so do you want to have a four-wheeler opening or do you want to have something of that manner? So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to want to have a 6-foot open door. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do this on the interior. Or no, we're going to go with our concrete slab actually. So our concrete slab is the total side to side. So for doing that, we're going to come click side to side here so that we can find the middle point here. So that now we can come over. Since we want it to be 6 feet, we'll do 3 foot to the side. Then we'll come in the middle, do another 3 foot to the side, and that should snap. So now we know our reference point so that we can go ahead and chop this and get rid of it. So now that we've done that, don't forget to triple click the, reopen this. Don't forget to highlight your little reference tool here. So now that right there is centered. Since we have this to where there's a 3.5-inch difference on each of these boards, if you tried to use this bottom plate and center it, it would make it to where the door is 3.5 inches off to the left. So now we have it to where that should be right. And we're going to group up the walls. Group that. Group that. See if we can group it like this. That. Oh. Now make that a group. Now we're going to highlight this. And group that. So now we have all of our walls grouped and put together. So now we have our base and we are going to get the framing done in the next video. So if you like this, then come back for more. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.